If you've been observing new watch releases, whether it be on YouTube, Instagram, or timepiece magazines, you might have noticed a rise in a particular style of watch design. A style that few years ago was hailed as obnoxious and impractical, now looked at as being innovative in a relatively slow pacing industry. Brands like MB&F, Jacob & Co., Urwerk, Debutune, HYT, and several others have, in a sense, redefined the way that we've been reading the time, prioritizing form over function, artistic expression over practicality. And if you think about it, it does make sense, as we're no longer living in an era dependent on traditional mechanical timepieces. Watches today are appreciated for their craft and style more than anything else. So integrating an artistic expression into a wristwatch seems to be the right step in the direction of innovation for this industry. The only problem is that this form of mechanical innovation, this rebellious stance in modern horology, almost demanding controversy, came at a heavy price. Until now. CIGA Design is a watch company that boasts innovative designs and use of modern materials offered at generally attainable price points. Being the first Chinese-made watch that won the GBHG award in 2021, the CIGA Design Blue Planet has put the brand on the map for every seasoned collector, as well as the newcomers in the watch collecting hobby. Andrew Morgan, aka the Talking Hands from Watchfinder, refers to this watch as a taste of mechanical innovation that's happening on the very high end. While I do agree with that notion, I have noticed another interesting point about this particular watch. Look at any manufacturing industry today. What is the one theme that they're all promoting? Sustainability. Smartphones no longer come with chargers, watch boxes are shrinking, and recycled materials are being used now more than ever in the process of creating new products. Whether it's in construction, fashion, furniture, or even transportation. In the watch industry, we are seeing more and more companies introduce recycled case materials, straps, boxes, and, well, that's about it. But is it enough? If we, as mankind, were to truly embrace the idea of sustainability to the point where we were making a meaningful impact, it would require a lot more effort than simply recycling. It's a lifestyle, a mindset. While theoretically recycling is the magic solution to all our problems with a one-pill-cures-all approach, it still requires high amounts of cost and energy to recycle, thus keeping us in an endless loop of consumption and energy usage. A truly practical approach to achieving true sustainability is by using less. So how does this watch fit into all of this? While for most industries the green initiative is simply a checklist that helps maintain the corporate image by sending the message that we care about the environment, the approach of simply ticking off sustainability boxes doesn't seem to align with their messaging. This is where the CIGA Design Blue Planet comes in. Through its unique and innovative design, it sends a strong and clear message on the importance of preservation. While we have seen a spike in more and more innovative designs in watchmaking in the recent years, a shift from the traditional way of telling the time into a more artistic approach, brands were in competition with each other and even themselves to improve accuracy and complexity in this area of horology. But through strong characteristics of expressionist design, the Blue Planet sends both a visual and experiential message, a reminder on the wrist of what we have at stake if we consume in excess. Now, I'm not saying that CIGA Design is the noblest of all watch brands. but they have done something in watchmaking that most of the much older brands have failed to do. Use their watchmaking skills to create a story to shift the narrative into something important. The planet's landform is microcarved, with the rough terrains and textures of both the land and sea emphasized, with the curve of the planet ever so slightly highlighted by both the dial and the domed sapphire crystal, almost creating a miniature atmosphere on the wrist, adding on to the constant ever-changing theatrical play of time. Either that or me being on heavy dose of flu medication is making me question everything. Every time the hour hand, identified by the navigation pointer, rotates 30 degrees, the minute hand rotates 360 degrees, completing the hourly cycle. Where in the traditional timepieces the dial is static with the hour and minute hand turning, the dial of the Blue Planet along with the minute hand turns with the hour bezel being static. The watch comes with an option to choose between two case materials: a stainless steel version that weighs 95.5 grams and priced at $899, or the titanium version such as the one we're looking at today, coming in at only 72.4 grams and priced a bit higher at $1,099. While both these materials aren't exactly the most glamorous in the watch industry, the difference in finishing is where you can pick up on the quality that went into the manufacturing of this watch. The radial brushed finishing on this case is near perfect, making it an essential part of the overall design. The use of screw-down crown was surprising to me since this watch only has 30 meters of water resistance, but it just adds to the comfort of knowing that this watch isn't afraid to get wet during daily wear. While there isn't too much detail given on the caliber used, except to mention that it is a self-designed movement, it seems to be an upgraded movement based off the ETA 2824, possibly a seagull caliber. You can see some perlage work and basic finishing techniques, but nothing spectacular. While the watch does seem to be a strap monster, the blue rubber strap that it comes with is definitely one of the most comfortable rubber straps that I've handled. It's slim, light, breathable, durable, water resistant, and so soft. Plus, it does come with quick release, and I like the way that they force you to put the quick release strap onto the watch by yourself, and therefore becoming comfortable in changing straps. While we have been seeing a rise in three-dimensional artistic timepieces on the higher end spectrum, CIGA Design did not only provide us with a taste of such innovation at a much lower price point, but did it with a strong positive message as well. The proportions of this watch are surprisingly well thought of. Even on my 6.3-inch wrist, the watch doesn't look huge. It wears extremely comfortable with no sharp edges or lugs, but my only gripe with it is the movement used. But like I said, I'm not saying that it is a low quality movement, I'm just not sure about it. That point itself isn't too reassuring. But maybe this watch isn't for the nitty-gritty enthusiast that inspects every single aspect of a watch with more alertness than the QC department at Rolex. But what this watch does do well is make you look twice at it, bringing you joy every time you do something as mindless as read the time. Don't forget to check out Red Army watches. They carry more than 25 independent brands at many different price points, and they do provide international delivery. Also, don't forget to use the discount code ABDULLAHCHANG for 10% discount, and this applies to all watches, including the ones on sale. Let me know in the comments below your thoughts on this watch, and do consider hitting the like, subscribe, and the notification icon. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.